Paradox stands out as one of the most confused and poorly understood words in meaning. For this reason, many people constantly conduct research on the internet to learn the meaning of this word. So, what's a paradox? What is the paradox? What to know about the meaning of the word paradox? The French word paradox is one of the most decidedly used words of French origin. Although it is very much known, it can be difficult to understand its meaning. But it is possible to say that it has a standard meaning in a certain pattern. What's a paradox? Paradox is generally referred to as contrary thought or contradiction. To explain this with an example. From the beginning, we have remained against us as a crowd, an unreal group, as a social paradox. Ilhan. What is the paradox? Paradox is a French word that corresponds to different meanings. Contrary thought. Conflict. Contrast between thoughts that are open to discussion, which does not contain a decisively judgmental. In other words, it is possible to describe any situation as the consequences of not adapting to each other, which lead to the same door. Paradox word meaning. From the point of view of the institution of language, the word paradox is also referred to as contradiction or contrary thought. Within the framework of this structure of thought, you can use thesaurus in the sentence. It is possible to evaluate both in everyday life and in many different written sources. In general, the word paradox is often used in the face of impossible situations that do not match each other. Apart from this, of course, it is considered through its broader meaning and evaluated in different areas. From science to philosophy to many more areas of everyday life, the paradox comes to the fore. What's a paradox? Although it is necessary to say the word paradox in a very long way, it is possible to express it in a simple form as contradiction, contradiction. In other words, when there is any subject, its results contradict each other and do not match, the word paradox is used for this. Especially for situations such as time travel, the paradox stands out in many incompatible situations. In this regard, the grandfather paradox is quite effective. So if a person goes back and kills his grandfather, then he will not be born himself. But now that you're still going back, then it's a paradox. What is the meaning of the word paradox? How to use it? The word paradox is generally treated as contradiction or outlier. The word paradox can be used when there is a contradiction about any situation or topic, when there are unexplained answers,